Hey, it's Phil from Tips for a Better Life, and sometimes we feel bad, we have bad emotions, but you know what we do then? We start covering those emotions with cover emotions. And the biggest cover emotions are fear, shame, guilt, anger, and numbness. Because you can have a bad feeling, you can feel resentful, or you can feel in a certain way, but then we cover them of being guilty about feeling that way. About being angry because we feel that way, about being frustrated because we feel that way. So we first have the emotion, then we label it as a bad emotion, and then we label the fact that we label it as a bad emotion with another emotion that covers it. So we're not really digging in deep into the emotion and really feeling it, because we cover it up with another emotion. So we never really go deep or we express that emotion. So it's a way of not being in touch with how you truly feel. You feel angry, you feel anxious, you feel frustrated, you feel shameful, you feel guilty. It all cover emotions because it isn't the real emotion. The real emotion actually is underneath. So what we should do is take a look at the emotion and the need that is underneath that emotion. First accept that emotion. Then you could maybe express that emotion. But if it stays on the superficial level of cover emotions, we won't really be in touch with how we feel. We want to escape how we feel with covering it by those emotions, but that are not truly the emotions that we feel. We humans have a very special ability. We're the only species that can be worried about being worried, angry about being angry, anxious about being anxious. But they are all, again, cover emotion, cover feeling states of not being in touch or investigating why we feel that way. So when you feel in a certain way, the first thing is to accept it. And then you have to investigate it. No, you're not feeling angry. Angry is just a cover emotion. You're angry because you have a certain feeling, and that is underneath the anger or a certain need that is not being met. So when you feel guilty, or you feel shamed, or you feel anxious, or you feel angry, or you feel numb, it actually has an underlying feeling or an underlying need, but it's covered up by those emotions. So when you feel those emotions, start digging deep and see what emotion is underneath, and you will be surprised by the underlying feeling and need. And that will give you insight in why you feel that way. And then you can express that emotion, or when it has to do with other people, you can communicate that emotion. And you can communicate with yourself because you get insight in how you feel and what you need. So realize that fear, being angry, feeling guilty, feeling shameful, feeling numb are cover emotions. There's actually an emotion and a need that's underneath those emotions.